What's going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball fan manga review, where today we're going to be reviewing the fan manga entitled Dragon Ball Legendary, which is supposed to be a sequel to Dragon Ball GT following the events of Omega Shenron, in which brings us on a brand new adventure within the Dragon Ball franchise. And for many years now, I've been reviewing and looking over fan-made Dragon Ball concepts and mangas, so today we'll be diving into a brand new chapter of this manga, in which we resume with Dragon Ball Legendary Manga Chapter number 5, which is also the final installment of Dragon Ball Legendary until more Dragon Ball chapters are translated, in which we pick back up with Cell having to fight Vegeta and Cell having to say, "I'm sure the energy I felt as Goku, it is not much, but I wonder if he has something hidden like Vegeta. I'm done playing games." And we see how Vegeta says, "Damn you, Cell, you're going to pay for this," as Cell and Vegeta are going blow for blow. Also, both of them know instant transmission, in which Cell says, "I have to finish something to complete my vengeance, then I will kill you. Sorry, Vegeta, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer in order for me to kill you." So Cell uses instant transmission to come right in front of Shenron, and he says, "Hear me out, Dragon. I want to ask for my second wish. Resurrect all participants in the Kaio tournament that are Goku and Vegeta's enemies," in which Shenron grants the wish of every single character, including Nappa, Raditz, and Frieza, alongside various others, to be revived. And Shenron says, "Your wish shall be granted," in which we see Nappa, he's there, he says, "What's happening?" Even Raditz is like, "What's going on?" And we see Frieza say, "Does this mean we're back to life?" With even the likes of Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha being there, and Krillin having to say, "Yeah, I'm back alive." And even Piccolo says, "You come back to life, Gohan?" And Gohan having to say, "Wait a minute, why am I alive? This is strange." And Goku having to say, "What are you planning, Cell?" And we see how Bartok says, "It's happening again. A lot of people are resurrecting. Cell asked for that wish." And we even see how Babidi's there, and Bartok having to say, "What is all of this?" And we get to see Trunks, Deborah, and Bartok says, "We need your help. Something is happening in our world. What the heck is going on?" Nobody knows as to why these enemies are back. And we get to see how Goku says, "Will you know how to do it, Piccolo?" And Piccolo says, "I think so." And because Piccolo has to help Goku unleash his hidden power, in which Goku says, "Let's do it, Piccolo," with Piccolo having to say, "Alright, Goku, let's start the process." But just as that happens, Frieza encounters Bartok and saying, "It seems the inferior category of monkeys don't resurrect." And we see how Nappa says, "Join us and fight against Vegeta and Kakarot. Let's get our revenge," with Frieza saying, "I think he's on their side, I'm not sure," with Bartok having to say, "I will never join you. I see it does not matter how much time has passed. You guys are still the same idiots. Your time has passed, and now I will send you back to hell." And we see how Yamcha, I don't even know why he's there, but Yamcha says, "Tien, we can't let them disturb Goku and Piccolo because everyone seems to come after Goku, but Goku has to have his powers unlocked." So it looks like Bartok, Tien, even Yamcha are going to have to prevent everyone from getting to Goku. And we see how Bartok becomes a Super Saiyan and saying, "I will take on Frieza and this time kill him," with Frieza having to say, "That's not possible, just another Super Saiyan monkey." And even Tien begins to power up, and we see how Goku says, "This is great, all of them are much stronger, and my father's a Super Saiyan." So Bartok fights Frieza, we see how Tien is fighting Nappa, and we see how Raditz is there and saying, "Those fools haven't trained hard enough, it won't be easy enough even with me." And we see how Gohan says, "I sense a familiar energy, but wait a minute, this isn't Raditz, something is strange." And Raditz begins to change as he indeed was consumed by Baby, and Goku says, "Baby," everyone's like, "Damn it, how in the world did he manage to get here?" And we see how Raditz was infected by Baby, and all of a sudden we see how he transforms. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Perfect Cell resume their battle, and we see how Vegeta says, "Cell, I'm going to wipe that smile off your face. It's Elio Ken time," and Cell having to sense the energy of Baby, with Cell having to say, "At last you've shown yourself. I know we have to watch for Baby. He is bound to try something. It's probably already inside of someone. We will take advantage of the tournament to get our revenge on Goku." So we understand even during that time, Super 17 was talking to Shenron even before the entire elaborate plan went down, that Baby was within this tournament as well, but nobody knows where he was. And in fact, it turns out that he was there presently, but inside of Raditz. And we see how Cell says, "My wish worked. It was the only way of discovering you, Baby. You have chosen wrong. You cannot even defeat Gohan. And now it was the only way of discovering you, Baby, but you've chosen wrong." And we see how Cell says, "Let's finish this," as he's battled Vegeta. And Vegeta and Cell, it's weird how Vegeta is still able to contend against Cell after absorbing Super Android 17, but even Cell says, "That is it, Vegeta, show me your full power. Little by little, I will drain you of your energy and become even more powerful." So even as, Cell is fighting Vegeta, he seems to absorb everything. He seems to be taking shot after shot after shot, and even after Vegeta blasts Cell, we see how Vegeta says, "But but I didn't even scratch him. I mean, how come his power is so high? I don't understand, with Cell having to teleport back and forth and knocking Vegeta on down to the ground and completely causing him to lose his Elio Ken. But meanwhile, back on the Kaioshin planet, we see how Gohan says Vegeta needs our help, his ki has vanished, and then all of a sudden we see how Piccolo is done with Goku, and Goku begins to power up, and we see how Yamcha says, "What awesome power, I've never felt anything like this before, it doesn't seem like it has any limits," and Goku turns and powers up into his mystic form, as even Baby and everyone else is observing this, as Goku finally becomes a mystic-like fighter, and Baby even saying, "Good, Goku, now what, will you kill your own brother?" and mocking Goku and saying, "Bring it on," and we see how Mystic Goku says, "My brother, you say? He tried to kill me just the same as you, neither of you deserve to live," and Goku punches Baby right through the wall, as we see the finale of the chapter close, with Mystic Goku having to punch Baby, and that is pretty much it for the entire manga chapter, because from there, we don't know what entirely happens with Cell, Vegeta, or any of the other fighters. But to break it all down, Cell has been planning this for a very long time. He's been orchestrating this entire plan, and knowing that he wanted to spot Baby, he needed Super Android 17, he needed the dragon, because obviously he wants to make Goku's life hell, but he also wants to destroy the entire universe as well. But having to absorb the characteristics of Super Android 17, he's also learned of absorbing energy, which was what Cell was doing the entire time, as he told Vegeta, "I'm gonna drain you of your powers." And even though the comparisons seem a little weird, Elio Ken is supposed to be a lot more powerful than Kaioken, even more so than Super Saiyan 4, and it looks like Cell had retained that power. He beat down Vegeta, and now he's looking to complete his mission in destroying everything. Meanwhile, he granted the wish of having the other warriors that they fought off be brought back to life, because he needs Goku, Gohan, Piccolo to be distracted by them as Cell furthers his plans in becoming the perfect being, in which case he is, because even as he fought Vegeta, who was supposed to be stronger than a Super Saiyan 4, he beat him down with little to no effort, as Cell does know several different moves alongside learning how to absorb power. So now we have the unlocked power of Mystic Goku, as Goku looks to challenge Frieza, Nappa, and Baby alongside various others who've been revived. It's unclear as to how strong Goku is now, but according to Yamcha, he's never felt a power like this, and it seems limitless. So Goku now, courtesy of Piccolo, who is now a Kaioshin, has unlocked his powers. Goku's potential seems more limitless now than ever before, as the chapter closes off with him having to punch Baby, and then chapter number 6 is technically available, but it's not translated, so we don't know what necessarily happens in this manga chapter. If you guys want to go on ahead and read this for yourselves, go on ahead and click the link down below to pick up and read the manga chapter on your own time. Again, this was a on and off kind of manga. The pros to this manga is having to see Goku and Vegeta's interaction, also to see the interaction of having Piccolo actually be involved in a very critical role. But I think the downsides of Dragon Ball Legendary is seeing how every single person, or nearly every single person, surpassed the powers of Super Saiyan 4. We see how Majub spoke about how he was stronger than a Super Saiyan 4. We have Elio Ken, which also surpasses Super Saiyan 4. We have Ultimate Gohan, who's been training for many years to surpass his father, who's also surpassed that of a Super Saiyan 4. We see Perfect Cell, who absorbed Super Android 17, who's also surpassed the Super Saiyan 4. So there are several characters in this manga that blow right past Super Saiyan 4, and it makes you wonder as to how strong they are in comparison to Omega, who at the time of GT gave Super Saiyan 4 the most difficult challenge, but we saw how Gohan was able to destroy him via Kamehameha in his ultimate form. And even according to Vegeta, we saw how Gohan has reached a level that is equal to Super Saiyan 4, and Bartok having to have a gift in seeing into the future, I think didn't really make too much sense. I think explaining that further would have been essential as to how he got the gift, and if anyone else can learn this. But post your comments down below, guys. What are your overall thoughts on Dragon Ball Legendary? Which manga chapter was your favorite? Which battle was your favorite? And how strong do you guys believe Mystic Goku is with all of his powers unlocked, with all of his potential having to be on the surface? What are your overall thoughts on Piccolo having to be a Kaioshin and unlocking Goku's powers? Post your comments down below, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you guys can always be notified with all latest Dragon Ball news, information, updates, and discussions alongside reviews. If you guys love Dragon Ball, don't forget to go on ahead and slap a like on the video. Tune back in for more. If you guys have not checked out my previous reviews, go on ahead and check them out, guys. More is definitely coming. Once the manga chapter is translated for Dragon Ball Legendary chapter number 6, I'm going to go on ahead and review that, because as of right now, the battle is still ongoing with Baby, and the question lingers as to what Cell has planned with Baby, if he has any intentions on going back to the tournament, if he has any intentions on fighting Goku. What I think may happen here is Cell at one point will fight Goku, but we're going to have to find out once the manga chapter drops, guys. Thank you all for watching once again. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing you all in the next Dragon Ball fan manga review. Take it easy, guys. Peace!